advertising partner. Call 610-345-7338.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business. And we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Shell's Restaurant, Dairy Swirl, and Miniature Golf. Fuel up for game day with their delicious burgers, their hot dogs, fried chicken, barbecue sandwiches, French fries, and, of course, ice cream. When basketball season ends, come visit the 27-hole miniature golf course. That is a Berks County staple. Visit Shell's on the 5th Street Highway in Temple. Alongside Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. Getting you set for Exeter Berks Catholic boys basketball semifinal. And the Eagles, again, the champions of Division II. The Saints, champions of Division I. They met once during the regular season. We have the game for you here at WEEU in Ripton. Berks Catholic came out on top 64-50. But, Rich, coming off of what happened on Monday night with Exeter taking down the defending champion Wilson on the Bulldogs' home floor, right now Exeter primed for an opportunity to get back here to this championship for the first time since 2023.
The Eagles have been playing much better the last week, 2 weeks, than they were earlier in the season. They're a lot healthier than they were earlier in the season. And the other night at West Lawn, they put on a defensive clinic. They did an outstanding job against the Wilson Bulldogs, kept them to 41 points, 17 of 47 shooting. They're going to need that kind of defensive effort tonight to beat the Saints.
Let's take a look at our keys to the game. They're brought to you by RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. If you're buying or selling a home, Phil Macaronis is a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame with over 20 years of experience providing countless buyers and sellers keys to their real estate transactions. He's an Exeter Township resident. You can give him a call, 610-670-2770. Ask for Phil Macaronis for the keys to buying and selling your home. It's the Saints and the Eagles, and Rich Garcella has his keys to tonight's game.
For the lower-seeded team, the Exeter Eagles, the visitors on the scoreboard. The first key is to limit live ball turnovers, one of Jeff Van Gorder's favorite keys. Prevent Berks Catholic from getting into transition. He also wants to make Berks Catholic guard all over the floor, not just one side of the floor. And rebounding, just like it was Monday night against Wilson, rebounding was a key, and Exeter did an outstanding job on the glass on Monday against Wilson. For the number one seed, Berks Catholic Saints, the keys, and this was really a great matchup in the first meeting for Berks Catholic. Johnny Giesa had a career night against his good friend Braylon Reinert, the center for Exeter. And Snip Esterly said they need Johnny Giesa to be well-positioned defensively against Braylon Reinert and prevent him from getting the ball inside. The second key, is rebounding, just like Exeter. Berks Catholic gets its transition game going with rebounding. The third key, well, it's pretty simple. Snip Esterly's won, 800-plus games?
859,
yeah,
if anybody's counting.
So his third key is Kingston, with an exclamation point. He needs Kingston McCoy to be Kingston McCoy. He's averaging almost 22 points a game, headed to play basketball at Colgate University in upstate New York. Kingston McCoy, the favorite, I'm going out on a limb, to be the Berks County Player of the Year. So the Saints need him to play his usual game.
Let's take a look at our spotlight brought to you by Huber's Auto Group. Tonight we focus the spotlight on Exeter senior Jaden Ware. Huber's is the region's answer for your car rental needs, whether they're taking the whole crew in a luxury van to Florida or just a few days through the mountains in an SUV. Huber's stands by their reservations, ensuring the ride you book is the ride you get. Check out their inventory and get a quote at huberauto.com. And we poked that at spotlight on Jaden Ware just because of what we're talking about. Obviously, defensively, Jaden Ware is the best man-to-man defender that Exeter has, and they will put him on Kingston McCoy. He did a pretty good job on him the first time around, held him in check at the beginning of the game, but eventually the Kingston McCoy rises to another level, and as a result of that, you got to take a look at what Jaden Ware can do against Kingston McCoy, as Rich talked about, 21.5 points per game. And again, you cannot forget about what Jaden Ware can do offensively as well, averaging just about 12 points a game along the way. So we spoke that spotlight on Jaden Ware for both ends of the floor in what he might be able to do. Our starting lineups before they're introduced here at Santander Arena. Ours are brought to you by Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society. They've been serving authentic homemade Italian dishes for over 110 years. New memberships are now being accepted for only $10. The facility at 311 Hazel Street in Reading is also available for rental for private parties, banquets, and celebrations. Victor Manuel, a taste of Italy, right here in Reading. For the Eagles and Jeff Van Gorder in his third season, 49-31. The Eagles will have Aiden Dauble, 6'2", and a senior, along with Braylon Reinert, 6'3", and a junior. They are cousins, by the way. That'll be the forwards with Michael Fisher, their point guard, 5'11", senior. Dylan Donati, 6 foot and a junior, and Jaden Ware, 6'1", and a senior. Dauble at 15.5 a game. Ware at 11.9, Donati at 11.3, Reinert just a tick under 10 a game at 9.9. For Snip Esley, as we talked about, 37 seasons between Central Catholic and Berks Catholic, 859 wins and 230 losses. He had a great career if you just counted his time at Berks Catholic. He's won 317 games at Berks Catholic. He's only lost 97 just since the formation of Berks Catholic High School. Johnny Giesa at 6'5", and a senior will be at one forward spot. And then you probably have to swing Kingston McCoy technically to the other forward spot at 6'4". Gavin Walker not playing for the Saints. He is out with a school-related incident. So Gavin Walker not with the Saints. Oye Gilavogi will start instead, the 5'10 senior, along with the 6'1 sophomore Carmelo Harper. McCoy at 21.6 a game. Harper 10.7. Giesa at 9.1, but maybe played his best game of the season overall in the first meeting between these two teams. Hit a career high 23 a little while ago against York Country Day, but he had 18, and he was huge, and he was our player of the game that night in Rifton.
Yeah, he did it against his good friend Braylon Reinert. They're very good friends, and it seemed to bring the best of him out that night. But really, Giesa's doesn't really understand how good he can be. We talked to Snip Esterly before the game. He's been inconsistent. He's had great moments like the Exeter game and others, but he needs to be consistent. And if he plays like he did in the first meeting against Exeter, it's going to be difficult for the Eagles to knock off the Saints.
It's the Saints and the Eagles in a county semifinal. The winner gets the winner of our finale tonight. That is Reading and Muhlenberg. We had the first game in the books, and that was the Exeter girls beating the Governor Mifflin Mustangs 46-40. We will have the Exeter boys and the Berks Catholic Saints coming your way when we come back to Santander Arena as our Shell's Restaurant, Dairy Swirl, and Mini Golf pregame show rolls on after this on WEEU in Reading.
Temperatures dropped and my heating wouldn't kick on, so I called Keith HVAC Electrical and Plumbing. They had it running fast and at a fair price. That was years ago, and I've trusted them ever since. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical, Keith does it all. Honest, fast, professional. They've been around for 30 years for a reason. Call Keith HVAC today. You'll be glad you did.
Keith HVAC Electrical and Plumbing. Quality you trust, comfort you deserve. Call 610-589-6461 or visit keithhvac.com.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's Kettle Chips. Legend has it Mark Diefenbach loved kettle cooked chips so much he turned his Berks County kitchen into the ultimate snack factory. Now, over 60 years later, we're still making that delicious PA crafted crunch with the same passion and quality right where it all began. So crunch into some flavorful Diefenbach's Kettle Chips today and snack on a delicious tradition.
Spots Insurance Group is a proud sponsor of Berks County sports. We're an award-winning nationwide agency you can trust, insuring what means most to you for over 32 years. We specialize in auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Remember, when you think insurance, think Spots. Visit us at spotsforinsurance.com. That's SPOTTS, the number 4, insurance.com.
When the pressure's on and it's time to make your best move, the Susan McFadden team with Keller Williams Platinum Realty is here to help you score big in today's real estate market. Whether you're buying, selling, or planning your next play, Susan's experience and dedication make her the MVP you want on your side. For winning results and a team that never stops hustling, trust the Susan McFadden team with Keller Williams, your home court advantage.
Welcome back. We are courtside at Santander Arena. The Exeter Eagles and the Berks Catholic Saints. The Saints, the #1 seed in their home whites with the gold and black trim. The Eagles, the visitors, in the black uniforms with the blue and white trim. And it's Berks Catholic who hustles and gets the opening tip-off under control. This is Kingston McCoy with it on the right wing. Swings around to Oye Gilavogi. Johnny Giesa Carmelo Harper and Brady Altamar, the 5 who start for the Saints. Harper, nowhere to go, gives it up for Gisa in the corner. Swing it back and around. The Eagles start out in a man-to-man defense. Berks Catholic showing some patience as they're wont to do. Here is McCoy attacking, and McCoy scoring.
Yeah, Jaden Ware, very good defensive player. Kingston McCoy was able to get by him, has a height advantage, able to get to the basket and score.
Michael Fisher handles the basketball. Left wing is Ware. Daubel fights over to try to get it. Reinert comes up high to get it. Tries to go at Gisa. Strong off the glass. Too strong with a shot. McCoy pulls down the rebound. McCoy in the open floor. Ware right there with him. Swing it back and around for Harper and for Altamar. Ware fights through the screen. Pokes it away. McCoy gathers. We're a minute in, 2-0. And here's Harper, the drive right into the teeth of the defense and a collision. We will have our game's first foul to be against the Exeter Eagles, and we'll see who it is.
Could be on one of 2 people. It's going to be on Reinert.
Braylon Reinert picks up the game's first foul. Our 3-man officiating team for this game, Tim Negrini, Jim Holler, and Tim Coleman. McCoy, a little pull-up for about 10 feet. 4-0, Saints on top.
Well, so far, Kingston McCoy has been Kingston McCoy.
As the coach has ordered. 4-0, Saints on top with the buckets both coming, and Ware from distance from 3, not there. McCoy able to keep Daubel off the offensive glass. Saints will keep the basketball. Start of tonight's game brought to you in part by the Coley Insurance Group. Discover the power of choice with Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, with locations in Muhlenberg and Wyomissing. They're a fully independent insurance agency with access to over 40 top-rated insurance carriers to ensure that you get the best coverage at the best price. Whether it's auto, home, or life insurance, they have you covered. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice is yours. Call their team today, 484-848-6088. 4-0 Saints. They've got the basketball, and again, it's back in the hands of McCoy. Thought about the step back, still keeps the dribble alive. From the baseline, no good. Rebound is pulled down by Reinert. Eagles in transition. That was one of the concerns, and there's a nice poke away by Gisa. Forces the turnover. Back the other way comes Harper. Up ahead for Gisa to the rim and 2.
Great transition offense, turning to defense to offense for the Saints.
Johnny Gisa with the deflection. Carmelo Harper with the assist, and Gisa with the bucket. And the Saints are in control early. Daubel trying to change that. Puts on the brakes and travels. Back-to-back turnovers for Exeter. It's going to get our first substitution into the game. It'll be sophomore Cameron Scott will check in. Sophomore point guard in, senior point guard Michael Fisher out.
Bob, the last time the 2 teams met, Exeter got off to a really good start and led after the first quarter. This time not so much, and I think Jeff Van Gorder was weighing whether to call that a first time out before the Saints inbounded the ball here.
6-0, McCoy posting up down low. They don't get it to him. Gilavogi on the drive, tries to spin. Donati doesn't give it up. And so the Saints will re-go from the right side as Harper can't get any penetration. Altamar off the screen. Gisa had the open shot, did not look for it. Gives it up for McCoy instead in the corner. There's Harper on the dribble drive. Pull up in the paint. 8-0, Berks Catholic on top.
And here comes the timeout by Jeff Van Gorder.
Saints off to a blistering start. They lead it 8-0, leading us to a timeout. Comes with 5:05 left to go in the first. We're back to Santander Arena with more high school basketball coverage on WEEU in 30 seconds.
I'm Jada Doe, a senior at Berks Catholic High School. Berks Catholic offers a wide variety of advanced coursework and utilizes 21st century technology for the most effective and interactive learning experience. We have a team of dedicated college counselors who provide the best service for students' potential through remarkable efforts and strategic planning. Berks Catholic prepares us to be both college and life ready. For more information about my school and how to be a Saint, contact the admissions office at berkscatholic.org.
Well, Monday night against Wilson, Jeff Van Gorder called an early timeout and kind of get his team settled back down a little bit. This one comes a little bit later than that one, but not much late, not even 3 minutes into the game. And Berks Catholic on top 8-0, and Exeter has to call the timeout.
Yeah.
Daubel off the screen for 3. It fixes it.
That helps. Yeah, the Eagles Monday night were stagnant early, and Jeff called the timeout. This time, I thought they were impatient the first 2 possessions that I thought they got shots they didn't want, and Kingston McCoy gets a shot he wants.
He gets it to the baseline, lost the handle on it, but still strong enough inside to finish it off the glass. McCoy with 6 of Berks Catholic's 10 points. There's Donati at the foul line. The 3, by the way, from Daubel was his 30th of the season. And now over 1,100 points in his career, 1,116 with that three-pointer. The only points of the game. Here's Donati with a dribble drive and a left-hand finish. Went right by Brady Altamar.
And that is surprising because Brady Altamar is one of the best defensive players in Berks County.
Makes it a 5-point difference as we reach the halfway mark of period number one. 10-5 Saints on top. Donati averaging 11.3 a game, gets his first points tonight. Here's to the baseline for Johnny Giesa. Reinert guards him. Back in the hands of McCoy a long way from the basket. Trying to back down Ware. Gives it up. Giesa for three. Off the front of the rim. And Cameron Scott and Exeter have it back the other way. Scott pushing it down the floor. The trailer is Dauble. Step back. Nope. Doesn't pull the trigger. Exeter will run their offense.
How much respect Berks Catholic has for Aiden Dauble, and Kingston McCoy usually guards the best player. He's guarding Aiden Dauble.
Reinert, is he going to try to back down Giesa? He's going to try to force his way in. Inside, off the rim, no. And McCoy slices in and pulls down the rebound. Got the look they were looking for from Braylon Reinert, just didn't get the roll. And it remains a 10-5 Berks Catholic advantage. Harper going to take it after Scott, and it's blocked by Reinert, controlled by Exeter. Good defense by Braylon Reinert. Exeter gets it right back. Dauble goes behind his back because of the defense of Gilavogi. He has to run it down to the corner. Exeter fortunate to keep it. Scott trying to get by Harper up off the glass. No, and another rebound from McCoy. In addition to his 6 points, Kingston's racking up the rebounds as well.
He's already has 3.
2:35 left to go in the first. 10-5 Saints on top. Harper thought about pulling the trigger on a long three. Again, there are 3 lines here. Gilavogi from behind them all misses a little bit short. Again, there is a NBA line here, a college line, and the high school line, and invariably somebody's going to pull the trigger from well behind the NBA line, and Gilavogi just did it. Here's Donati, right, left elbow is well short and out of bounds, and it will be Berks Catholic basketball.
Marvelous defense by Brady Altamar. Very, very tight. Donati had to force the shot.
He will come out. Jackson Kozik in. Kozik, the 6'1 senior who was with the Saints last year on their ride to the state championship. Transferred to Exeter in the offseason, played for Matt Bauer in the football program. Coach Bauer sitting baseline here at Santander Arena as McCoy working his way through the defense and travel with it. Saints turn it over for the first time with 1:58 left to go in the first quarter. Saints offense a bit stagnant since Jeff Van Gorder called that timeout. They get off to the fast start at 8-0. And there's nearly a steal by Giesa, and they get tied up. They'll go to the possession arrow, and the possession arrow will keep it in the favor of Exeter.
Yeah, a little slow on the pass. Cameron Scott threw it a little bit behind Reinert, and Giesa was able to force the hell ball.
Exeter last in the county championship when Jaden Ware and Aiden Dauble were freshmen on the 2023 team that eventually went to the state final. This one off the foot, they say, of Jaden Ware and out of bounds. Ware said he thought it hit off the foot of Harper, but the officials say it is turnover Exeter. Saints get it back with 1:43 left to go in the quarter.
Harper ran after the ball, tried to save it. I'm not sure who it was off of because it's on the other end of the court, but Harper thought it was off him.
Saints have the basketball, still in a 10-5 advantage. McCoy trying to fight through traffic to post up. Nothing there. Haven't seen the Eagles come out of the man-to-man yet.
Doing a lot of switching.
Yes,
here
they
on
are.
this possession.
Gilavogi from the corner for 3. No. Giesa with the offensive rebound. His putback is home.
That's good, very important. Offensive rebounding. We saw Johnny Giesa down at Exeter be very effective on getting second-chance points.
He's got 4 of Berks Catholic's 12 points. Here's Scott trying to post up against Gilavogi. Kicks it back to Dauble, who swings it to Kozik at the top of the key. And around as Jaden Ware will drive. Little finger roll, no. And battle for the rebound, and Giesa will end up with it. Giesa and McCoy were tangling with one another inadvertently. Kick out, Altamar for 3. There it is. Brady Altamar, who has to have a first quarter 3 on WEEU.
It's a trend. It's absolutely a trend.
It's in the script. It happens every single time. Generally, it's the first points of the game. It just seems to happen that way. 35 seconds left in the quarter, and with that 3, it's a 15-5 Berks Catholic advantage. Kozik trying to change that, trying to get by Altamar. Can't do it. Dauble off the screen, pull-up jumper for 2. Tough shot, no. And it hit the clock on the top of this backboard, so it's over to Berks Catholic. who will bring a substitution into the game. Luke Linderman, 5'11 sophomore, will check in. Gilavogi will come out. Again, Berks Catholic playing without Gavin Walker. And so they go a little bit deeper into their bench with Luke Linderman, who was on the JV team. He's been with the varsity all year. His father, Jason, is Snip Besley's assistant coach. Jason, a former player of Snips at Central Catholic. Saints will probably hold, they will hold for one here inside of 10 seconds to go, and the ball in the hands of McCoy. Exeter trying to double team out high. Doesn't matter if McCoy tried to get cute, took it away by Dauble. Can he get a shot off to beat the buzzer? He will not. That will bring the first quarter to a conclusion, but a good first 8 minutes for Berks Catholic. After 8, they lead Exeter 15-5. We're back with quarter number 2 on WEEU right after this.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
For over 50 years, Redner's Markets has been committed to delivering quality, freshness, and value to the communities we serve. From farm fresh local produce and quality meats to everyday grocery essentials, Redner's helps families put great meals on the table at prices they can trust. Shop smart, eat well, and save every day with Redner's Markets. Family owned, community focused, and proudly serving our neighbors since 1970.
We start quarter number 2. We are courtside from Santander Arena alongside Rich Garcella. My name is Bob McCool. The Saints and the Eagles. And Berks Catholic off to a good start. They lead at 15-5. They've got the basketball to start the second period. McCoy, Altamar, Linderman, Gisa, and Harper, the 5 on the floor for Berks Catholic. Here's Harper off the dribble, foul line jumper for 2.
It looked like the Eagles were showing zone, but then they switched back into a man-to-man. Nevertheless, the Saints scored.
Lead reaches 12 now for Berks Catholic at 17-5. Double Dylan Donati back out there for Exeter, trying to drive past the defense of Altamar. Can't do it. So it's Ware, Dauble inside for Kozik. Got a size mismatch, and Jackson Kozik takes advantage.
Yeah, he called for the basketball. He took Luke Linderman down underneath for the deuce.
Pulls the Eagles to within 10 at 17-7, 45 seconds into the second period. McCoy kicks it back, gets it right back. To the corner for Linderman. Great patience by Berks Catholic. Gisa drives inside, floater, no. Rebounded by Kozik.
Gisa trying to take advantage of a mismatch against Mason Goodhart.
Kozik kicks it out to Mason Goodhart on the floor now for Exeter. Flings it around for Dauble and for Donati. Along with Ware, that's the 5 on the floor for Exeter. Down by 10 right now, trying to get it back to single digits. Ware on the post-up. Against Harper, up and over the top of him, no. Ball tipped out of the hands of Linderman. He hustles to run it down. It's still loose. Dauble had it for a moment. Linderman took it back, and eventually McCoy pulls it away. Good persistence by Luke Linderman to keep it in Berks Catholic's possession. McCoy back the other way, turns and scores 2 more.
Might have gotten away with an extra step. We'll call it a Euro step.
8 from McCoy. The lead is 12 again for Berks Catholic. 19-7. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Kozak on a post-up move, rushed his shot and missed it. And Gisa gathers up the rebound for Berks Catholic. I think Kozak had way more time than he realized. There's McCoy on the step back for 3. No. And rebounded by Kozak. Donati for Dauble. After the 3 for Dauble, he's been quiet. He misses the 3 here. Offensive rebound by Goodhart is no good. By Ware is no good. Rebounded by Linderman. So Jaden Ware has not scored. Aiden Dauble hit the early 3 for Exeter, hasn't scored since.
I'll just say this, Bob. Exeter was getting better shots even in the first half. They weren't shooting well, but they were getting better shots Monday night against Wilson than they're getting right now.
Eagles beat the Bulldogs 43-41 on Monday. Here's Harper with another drive. Floater, no good. Gets his own rebound and puts it home.
Great follow by Carmelo Harper.
Lead reaches 14 for Berks Catholic, 21-7. Harper now with 6. Go along with McCoy's 8. Here's Kozik spotting up for 3. That's well short. Rebounded by Harper. Into traffic, McCoy still pulls it away. McCoy kicks it back for Harper, and the Saints will settle in their offense. Time and time again last season for Berks Catholic, they talked about they lost to Reading High in the county semifinal as they turn it over here. Same, Rich, almost every postseason game we did in those postseason conversations, no matter who our player of the game was in your conversations, they talked about the loss to Reading High in the Berks County semifinal.
Yeah, they want to get back to the championship game Friday night. No matter, even if they won the District 3 4A title last year, got to the state final, but you're right, Bob. That's a good point. They kept talking about that game. It served as motivation for them during their district and state run.
They lost to the Red Knights 48-41, and then won the district championship over Eastern York 67-44. Then that state final against Devon Prep, they came up short, as does the Eagles from distance from the three-point line is no good. Carter Oxenrider now on the floor for Exeter as Jeff Van Gorder looking for some kind of a potion to get his offense kick-started. Saints in control right now at 21-7. They've got the basketball. McCoy on the fake, the drive, the spin, off the rim, no good. And gathered up on the rebound by Dylan Donati. It's Donati, Reinert, Kozik, Oxenrider, and Goodhart, the 5 on the floor right now for Exeter. Inside looking for Reinert. Double team, still strong enough to get the shot off and roll it home.
Nice entry pass by Carter Oxenrider.
And a timeout called on the floor as Exeter gets the bucket by Reinert to make it 21-9 with 3:26 still left to go in the second quarter. A timeout called by the Eagles, and we'll take a break with them as well. Again, 3:26 left in the first half. Berks Catholic on top. 21-9 back to WEEU after this.
Updating your furniture and appliances? The Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County can help. The Restore offers free pickup of your gently used furniture and appliances from your Berks County home. We offer convenient scheduling for our free pickups through our website, restoreberks.org. Located at 5370 Allentown Pike in Temple, the Restore is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays through Saturdays. You might just find that special thing to tie the room together at the Restore. Support your community with your donation to the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County.
Noisy, squeaky, or uneven garage doors? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening or closing? Get a garage door tune-up now from Overhead Door Reading. For just $99, we'll inspect, lubricate, and adjust your garage doors so they run smoothly and quietly. Don't get stuck in the driveway this winter. Call today and ask for our tune-up special. Serving the community since 1965. Overhead Door Reading. We're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Berks Catholic with the basketball and the lead at 21-9. And Exeter, as they lob it inside from McCoy, posting up down low. It's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by McCoy. Turnover for the Saints. And coming into the game, we're just about to talk about it, that Jeff Van Gorder, right before that timeout and during that timeout, had both Jaden Ware and Aiden Dauble, his two most experienced players, his two biggest scorers, on the bench, with his team at the time down 14, now down 12.
Yeah, very interesting. But you're right, Bob. You said it earlier. He's just trying to find the right mix of players.
Donati trying to make it happen. Drives, draws the foul. Donati can score. There's no doubt about it. He got his senior season off to a blistering start, but then some injuries slowed him down a little bit. And talked about it with Jeff Van Gorder. He thought it was a bit of a confidence issue as well. He really struggled the night we were there for the Berks Catholic game as well. But he had a career high of 25 in a win over York. A game in which the Eagles dropped 92 on York High. Donati misses the first of 2 free throws.
He got off to a really good start tonight with a pretty drive against Brady Altamar, one of the top defenders in the county.
Makes 1 out of 2 here. So Donati's got 3. Makes it a 21-10 game. Saints on top. 3 minutes left to go in half number 1. McCoy, Gilavogi, Gisa, Harper, and Altamar, the 5 on the floor for the Saints, just run a little weave at the top. Harper, nice crossover dribble. Harper to the rim. Nobody's fouled. A much more aggressive Carmelo Harper tonight for Berks Catholic offensively.
No doubt. Harper, he had a hip injury late in the regular season, missed that big win over Reading High at Wolf Gymnasium. He's coming back. He looks like He's in midseason form right now.
And Dauble is called for the foul. It's his first foul against Exeter here in quarter number 2. Harper at the free throw line where he's a 75% free throw shooter. Talking about that state playoff run, Carmelo Harper had some big games in that run for Berks Catholic coming off the bench as a 9th grader. Big piece of the puzzle. Starter all season long, goes 2 for 2 here. Makes it a 23-10 Saint advantage.
Exeter's got to fight a small battle here. Try to get this game under 10. They're pretty moved by Ryan at reverse layup. Get it under 10 at halftime, and then you're still in the game. They just can't let the Saints get away from them here in the last 2.5 minutes of the half.
Nice entry pass for Aiden Dauble for Reinert's bucket. 2:20 to go. It's a 11-point Berks Catholic advantage. Get it to single digits is probably by halftime is probably a win right now for Exeter. Still a lot of time left with 2:10 to go. Bogey in the corner, dangerous pass almost taken away by Oxenrider. Harper has it right in front of the Eagle bench. Harper, pull-up jumper, no, and a good rebound by Reinert on the defensive end. Eagles looking to push in the hands of Donati. Tries to go by Aldemar. Harper with the block. Carmelo Harper back the other way on a 3-on-2. Up ahead for Gisa. Gisa drives, spins off the glass and 2.
Pretty move by Gisa, but what a block by Carmelo Harper. Getting with help defense and got the rebound and got the fast break going.
25-12, Saints on top. 6 now for Gisa. Ware with a drive, gets the bucket and a foul. Jaden Ware gets his first points. Chance to make it 3. Foul is on Harper. That's the first foul called against Berks Catholic tonight. They get Michael Fisher back in the game. Carter Oxenrider out. Oxenrider, the junior, comes out. Fisher, the senior, back in. And with Ware at the stripe, where he's a 61% free throw shooter. And gets the friendly roll on that one to finish off the three-point play. Makes it a 25-15 game with 1:25 left to go in the first half. Bogey, a little crossover dribble, gives up instead for Altamar. Saints will be in no hurry. Coy for Gisa, sets the screen for him. He gets it right back. Coy pulls up in the paint. Money.
Been a little quiet for about a 5 or 6 minute stretch. Second basket of the second quarter, McCoy has 10.
1,540 now in his career. And there's a entry pass for Reinert that's too tall and out of bounds. Exeter turns it over for the first time in the period.
Yeah, they had him set up underneath on the blocks, and Dauble just threw it a bit too high and out of bounds.
Both these teams will continue their season regardless of tonight's outcome into the District 3 playoffs. Exeter in 5A, Berks Catholic defending 4A champions. Berks Catholic will not play until next Friday night in the district playoffs. Only 8 teams qualify in 4A, so there is no first-round games on Tuesday. District playoffs start Monday and Tuesday, depending on class. Exeter would play on Monday night. Right now, they are the 11 seed, would play York Suburban if the brackets hold up. Today is the final day for power ranking points, so games through today is the finale as Berks Catholic's holding for the last shot here. McCoy trap, goes around that trap, gets himself in the open floor, gets himself to the rim, and it's 2.
Yeah, just unstoppable when he gets near the basket.
Can the Eagles get a shot up before halftime? Dauble, good if it goes. It does not. And Kingston McCoy on the dribble drive to the rim. And the Saints are headed to the locker room with the lead halfway through the county semifinals. It is Berks Catholic 29, Exeter 15. We take a timeout, back with our Lincoln Plumbing and Heating halftime show right after this on WEEU in Reading.
When the pressure's on and it's time to make your best move, the Susan McFadden team with Keller Williams Platinum Realty is here to help you score big in today's real estate market. Whether you're buying, selling, or planning your next play, Susan's experience and dedication make her the MVP you want on your side. For winning results and a team that never stops hustling, trust the Susan McFadden team with Keller Williams, your home court advantage.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all, from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis. no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
Hi, I'm Ava Janikowicz. I'm a member of the Student Government Executive Council, National Honor Society, captain of the field hockey team, vice president of the DECA Business Club, and a Saint ambassador. One of my favorite things about my school is our strong community. We really feel like a family at BC. We love, care, and respect each other, much like my own family. Come be a part of something great. To learn more about my school and how to be a Saint, contact the admissions office at berkscatholic.org.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
Tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Lincoln Plumbing and Heating. When you need a plumber, get a good one. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Lincoln Plumbing has the experience to help from a leaky faucet to a whole bathroom remodel. Call 610-376-0863 for Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, as honest as their name. Alongside Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. Game 2 of 4 here for you on WEEU. The Berks County Semifinals and the Berks Catholic Saints lead the Exeter Eagles by a score of 29-15. Hope you got a chance to see and or hear Game 1 of the semifinals. It was the Exeter Eagles beating the Governor Mifflin Mustangs 46-40. Down on the courtside floor, it is Jeff Nolan with winning coach for the Exeter Eagles, Derek Wolf. Jeff, take it away.
All right, Bob, thank you very much. Coach, career win number 45 was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I definitely remember it for sure.
We talked to you prior to the game, and you said the one thing you know could win for your team is defense. Boy, you got that. You kept them 16 points under the average. How proud are you of that effort?
Extremely proud. The girls knew what we had to do, and we had our matchups, and they did exactly what we asked them.
Somebody had to take the ball besides Harper. You got it from Kepperling. Plus, you got a couple big shots. It seemed like you got some timely points when you needed them.
Yeah, every time Mifflin pushed, we pushed back with an easy layup or execution on one of those shots where it just like there was nothing they can do, an extra pass here, an extra pass there. And I think that was huge.
For people that have not seen your team that much this season, did we see the full complement of the personality of this team? I talk about hard work, tenaciousness, and never say die.
Yeah, I mean, our motto is heart and hustle, and the girls go out. It's very rare that we get beat to loose balls, or it's 50-50 balls, I guess I should say. And we don't have much size, but we go out and rebound and with effort and grit.
So you get a chance to relax and enjoy it. How long do you get to enjoy it, and when do you put the series cap back on?
Tomorrow. So we'll eat some pizza after this game. Out here supporting the boys. Hopefully they turn this around, and then back to work.
How does Cinderella's slipper feel right now?
It feels like it fits.
Coach, good luck against the winner of Wilson and, of course, Reading.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Derek Wolf, head coach, winning head coach, Exeter 46-40 win over Governor Mifflin. Bobby, back to you.
Thank you, man. Congratulations, Coach Wolf. Again, Friday night, 6 o'clock, they will take on the winner of Game 3 tonight. That is Wilson taking on Reading High, the defending county champions, coming your way. That'll be our game. Next, we're going to take a timeout, back with more of our Lincoln Plumbing and Heating halftime show with the Berks Catholic Saints on top of the Exeter boys, 29-15. More after this on WEU in Reading.
Hey Berks County, Chick-fil-A Catering makes game day even better. Choose from a variety of trays, including Chick-fil-A nuggets, mac and cheese, and chocolate chunk cookies. Perfect for your next gathering. Place your order through the Chick-fil-A app, online, or by calling ahead and pick it up at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Take cooking off your plate and enjoy the perfect spread with Chick-fil-A Catering. Availability and order requirements vary. See restaurant for details.
Hi, I'm Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Homes. Since 1937, our family has been committed to serving our community. We now have 3 active generations, as I have the honor of working with my father and son. With 5 convenient locations to serve our neighbors, Kuhn Funeral Homes continues to dedicate our family to your family. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's Kettle Chips. Legend has it, Mark Diefenbach loved kettle cooked chips so much, he turned his Berks County kitchen into the ultimate snack factory. Now, over 60 years later, we're still making that delicious PA crafted crunch with the same passion and quality right where it all began. So crunch into some flavorful Diefenbach's kettle chips today and snack on a delicious tradition.
Noisy, squeaky, or uneven garage doors? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening or closing? Get a garage door tune-up now from Overhead Door Reading. For just $99, we'll inspect, lubricate, and adjust your garage doors so they run smoothly and quietly. Don't get stuck in the driveway this winter. Call today and ask for our tune-up special. Serving the community since 1965. Overhead Door Reading. We're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Welcome back on Lincoln Plumbing Halftime Show again alongside Rich Garcelle. My name is Bob McCool. 29-15, Saints on top of the Exeter Eagles. And we talked about it a little bit, Rich, about the motivation for Berks Catholic. Some of it from last year and the loss to Reading High in this game, in this semifinal game. A little bit from Monday night as well.
Yeah, they felt like they played sluggishly against Schuylkill Valley. Schuylkill Valley, from what I was told, because we had the Wilson-Exeter game, played very well Monday night and gave the Saints a battle throughout. It was a grind. And the Berks Catholic players, and even Stip Esterly said to us, we didn't play well. Because we were talking about the district playoffs and possible matchups. He goes, we're not going to get there. If we play like we did Monday, they have played with more intensity, more focus. They've played a very, very clean game. They're shooting 13 for 23 from the field and have committed just 4 turnovers and have committed just 1 foul. With the defense, the kind of defense they're playing, it's been an unbelievable effort in the first half. And for Exeter, they just got to be patient, run their offense, don't panic, chip away if they can, and try to get back in this game. But that's going to be a tall task.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at what's one of the things we've talked about Exeter over the course of this season, that they have the offensive dynamic that they can score with a lot of teams because of the balance they have offensively, with Dauble and Ware and Donati and Reinert all able and all capable of scoring in double figures. You have 4 scorers out there. The problem is it's a Berks Catholic team that's given up 41 points a game, and can you do it against Berks Catholic's defense? That's priority number 1. Maybe just trying to figure out a way to pick up the pace of this game, and whether that comes from a defensive perspective from Exeter, and maybe they can get a couple of runouts going. But it also comes back to this. Yeah, one of the things that Stip Esterly said, somewhat good-natured, but somewhat realistically, as a key to the game, is that Kingston has to be Kingston. And he usually is, and he has been. But it's not just been him. Carmelo Harper has been aggressive on the offensive side. And as we've talked about time and again, if they can get an aggressive version of Johnny Gisa on the floor, it's going to be a difference maker for Berks Catholic in the postseason.
No doubt about it, Bob. Kingston McCoy, 6 of 9 from the field for 12 points to start. Yeah, Harper has been definitely more aggressive than the last time we saw him against, I think it was against Muhlenberg, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Gisa's just played, he's only taken 5 shots, but you can see he is trying to contribute offensively. He's done a nice job against Braylon Reinert, has just 4 points. It's really, it's been a complete effort here. It was a complete effort in the first half by Berks Catholic. It's a little wonder why the Saints are up 14 points.
McCoy with 12, Harper with 8, 6 for Gisa, and 3 for Brady Altamar, and the Berks Catholic total of 29. For Exeter, Aiden Dalwell got their first points with a 3, has not scored since then. Jaden Ware with a 3-point play in the second quarter, his only points in the first half. Braylon Reinert with 4, 3 for Dylan Donati, and 2 for Jackson Kozik, and the Eagle total of 15. The start of the second half is presented by Financial Planning Advisors. Their team of professional advisors can help guide your investment planning, retirement planning, or planning for the cost of your child's college education. Less than 2% of high school athletes receive a college scholarship. Financial Planning Advisors can help you plan for the increasing cost of college. Get Financial Planning Advisors working on your team. Call them at 610-376-6334 or go to financialpa.com. 29-15 as we get set to start period number 3.
There's a reason why Aiden Dauble only has 1 basket. The guy who's guarding him, Kingston
Kingston's
McCoy.
being Kingston.
Because, as we've said,
he's not satisfied with being the leading, one of the best offensive players in the county. He also is the best defensive player in the county.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Argue with me if you wish.
Yes. Yeah, feel free because you're not going to convince either one of us.
Exeter's ball to start the second half, and it's in the hands of Daubel, trying to fight against McCoy, trying to get inside and get physical. Kicks it out instead. Swings it around. Donati, Fisher, Ware, and Reinert, the 5 who start for Jeff Van Gorder's Eagles. To the corner for Reinert. Give it touch pass inside for Ware. Up and under and home for Jaden Ware.
Pretty move by Jaden Ware. And that was patience. The Eagles were patient. They didn't play like they tried to make up the deficit in one possession.
See if they can get the defense to maybe help kickstart the offense. Now down by 12, 29-17. Gilavogi fakes, and there's the steal by Ware. Ball loose on the floor. Ware pulls it away.
Scoreboard's off again, Bob, by the way.
And then put the 2 points up for the Eagles, so it is 29-17.
And the clock has 3:15 on the main scoreboard here.
It might be stuck. It's been 3:15 for a while. So we'll keep it for you. The clock is 7 minutes to go. The clock on the back of the basket standards are working. Daubel inside, spins out, tips it up, no, and then eventually it's rebounded by McCoy. That's 29-17, Saints on top. They've got the basketball. 6:45 left to go in the third period. Harper fakes the 3, has Ware on his hip, drives himself inside, kicks it back. Harper open for 3, money. Carmelo Harper with the 3, his 25th of the season. Second 3 of the night for Berks Catholic. The lead reaches 32-17.
Yeah, we're going to have to follow this, keep the score because the scoreboard here is broken. Nice move by Ware.
Misses on the little flip off the reverse, and Gisa has the rebound. 32-17 our score, 6:12 left to go in period number 3. McCoy to the corner, Altamar for 3 more. Brady Altamar with his second 3 of the night. Saints have opened up an 18-point advantage, 35-17. Fisher kicks it back for Daubel. Daubel trying to get by McCoy, blocked by McCoy. Right back to Fisher, kicks it back for Ware. Pull-up jumper, partially blocked by Harper, and a foul. Harper got the ball, but on the follow-through, Carmelo Harper gets called on the wrist. Will put Jaden Ware at the line. First foul of the second half against either side. Jaden Ware shoots 2.
Bob, I'm really surprised that the referees have not noticed the scoreboard, I don't think.
Well, I think as long as the clock is operating, and the clock is operating on the top of the scoreboard, so we do have an accurate clock running, and you hope that the book is being kept accurately at the table, which I'm sure it is. 35-17 is the score, with Ware at the free throw line. Missing the first of 2. Ware a 61% free throw shooter on the season. Jaden, who just committed to play his college football at IUP, makes the second of 2 free throws. Makes it a 35-18 game in favor of the Saints. Ball in the hands of McCoy with Gisa, Altamar, Harper, and Gilavogi, the starting 5 for Berks Catholic. Gisa, a long way from the basket. He can hit the 3. Harper, and right back to Gisa, trying to drive on Reiner, who pokes it away from him. Saints in no hurry. Gisa sets the screen. Harper double team, finds the open man in Gisa, but it's deflected out of bounds. Good help defensively by Donati, and the Saints turn it over.
Really good help by Donati.
First turnover of the second half for Berks Catholic. Both teams pretty turnover free so far. That column even right now at 5 apiece. As we hit the 3 minutes into the second half. Daubel double team, flips it around to Jackson Kozik, who checks in for Exeter. Ware drives to the hole, and Jaden Ware will take it for 2.
Really nice move by Jaden Ware. Much more aggressive this quarter on offense.
He's got all 5 points for the Eagles in the third quarter. Makes it a 15-point Saint advantage at 35-20. 4:40 remaining now in the third quarter. Harper from the top for 3. Yes! Second of the quarter from beyond the arc for Carmelo Harper. 38-20. 14 now for Carmelo Harper.
If Harper's hitting threes, the Saints are going to be awfully difficult. Gieser with the block.
Off of the drive by Reiner, but Dauble was there to clean it up, laid it in, and got fouled. Aiden Dauble with the follow-up and gets fouled. It's going to be on McCoy and put Dauble at the free throw line to finish off a three-point play. So good job by Aiden Dauble to keep himself active after the great block by Gieser. And Dauble finishes off that three, his first points since the opening couple of minutes of the ballgame.
Here's something. That was his first rebound. He is a wonderful rebounder. That's how effective Kingston McCoy has been.
Exeter extends the defense, and there's the turnover as the pass too tall for Altamar. Saints turn it over for a second straight trip. Halfway through the third, 38-23, Berks Catholic on top. Exeter with the ball in the hands of Jaden Ware. Off the double screen. Kicks it inside for Reiner. Reiner trying to back down. Geese up off the glass. Easy.
Braylon Reiner getting more active.
There's a strong young man inside, and Braylon Reiner kisses it off the glass. Well, 1-2-2 for Exeter. Trying to change the pace with their defense as we talked about. It's a 13-point game right now. Good ball movement to the corner. Gilavogi spots up for three. No. Long rebound. Gathered up by Altamar. Berks Catholic gets another look. In the hands of McCoy. He'll take it from the same spot. That spins out. Rebounded by Reiner, but Gilavogi took it back and a whistle.
Great hustle by Junior. Wow. Because it looked like Reiner had that ball and just forced the hell ball, and it's Berks Catholic possession.
3:21 now left to go in the third. 38-25 is our score. Berks Catholic, as Rich said, gets the ball on the possession arrow. Inbounded, just throw it up high for Kingston McCoy. He misses it, tipped it, gets another rebound, lost it out of bounds. It's Exeter basketball. No, it's not. Last touch off a leg of the Eagles, and it will stay St. Ball. That entry pass from Brady Altamar in the inbounds was just throw it up high, and Kingston just out-jumps everybody to get there.
I thought he was going to try to get it back up, put it back in, but the ball got knocked loose.
So the Saints will reset. In the hands of senior guard Brady Altamar from McCoy. And here's Harper, the sophomore, going to work. Lost the handle, regathers, guarded by Kozik, former teammates. Harper drives, kicks it. Gilavogi, baseline for two. Yes!
First basket of the night by the guy they called Junior.
40-25, and now Harper steals one on the other end, right back in the hands of the Saints. With a 15-point advantage, McCoy in the open floor, steps through, misses, tips it, tipped again into the hands of Altamar. Saints get another look on the offensive glass. 2:30 now left to go in the third. Again, Berks Catholic will be deliberate with the basketball. That is not news. Gieser comes out a long way from the basket, trying to pull Reinert away from the hoop. McCoy, guarded by Ware, goes right by him on the first step. There's the weak side help from Reinert. Shot, no good, but he's fouled. Braylon Reinert came out to help out defensively, and it was either Reinert or Ware who's going to get called for the foul.
I think it's going to be on Reinert. Yep, his second.
Kingston McCoy at the free throw line. Kingston's a pretty good offensive player. He's a pretty good defensive player. He's an 83% free throw shooter. And as I say that, he misses it. Senior committed to Colgate. Kingston over 1,500 points in his career, with 12 more here tonight at 15:42. Looking for his first point, however, in half number two, and there it is. So 13 for McCoy. The lead is 41-25. 2:05 left to go in the third. Ware off the screen from Kozik, nowhere to go. Inside they look for Reinert, and a foul from behind. First on Johnny Gieser, third on the Saints.
Bob,
a shooting foul.
It's remarkable. The Saints have held Exeter to 25 points, and that was just their second foul of the night. And really, I think the game is being called well.
Ware forces his way inside off the glass, no. And Gieser flies above everybody and pulls down the rebound. An Exeter team averaging over 60 a game has just 25 right now as a long outlet pass to McCoy forces a foul. Dauble's second is Exeter's second. Cameron Scott into the game. Mason Goodhart into the game for Exeter as Reinert and Donati come out. Johnny Gieser will take a breather. Into the game for Berks Catholic comes 6'2 junior Faith Zudi.
Jeff Van Gorder scrambling, trying to find some effective combination at both ends of the floor.
McCoy off the Zudi screen, drives himself in, kicks it around. Harper from the corner for three, no. Battle for the rebound. Goodhart tried to save it but could not. It'll stay Berks Catholic basketball. Saints getting a lot of second looks here in this third quarter.
They're doing a lot of things very well. Very well.
Their lead is 16.
Exeter's a really good rebounding team, and Berks Catholic's beating them decisively off the glass.
Kozik pokes the ball out of Harper's hands and out of bounds. Again, the Eagles, as of right this moment, unless the brackets change for the District 3 5A playoffs, would play Monday night against York Suburban. Saints in the District 3 playoffs would not play for a week from Friday, and ironically enough, they would play the 8 seed, which is Eastern York. That's the team they beat last year in the District 3 4A championship. Here's Harper, spins, floats off the glass, no, rebounded by Dauble. 1:15 to go in the third.
And if the Saints get past that first round matchup, they will play probably the winner of Wyomissing and Schuylkill Valley in the quarterfinals.
That is true as the brackets match up. An outstanding performance by Wyomissing on Monday and almost knocked off Muhlenberg. Mules won it on the three by Nelson Malave. They will play Reading High in game 4. Aiden Dauble just forcing the action and gets himself a pretty spin off the glass for two.
He had Brady Altamar, who's much smaller than he is, and took advantage of it inside.
5 for Dauble in the corner, 8 in the night. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. 41-27, Berks Catholic. McCoy for two more.
That was a very pretty move by Kingston McCoy. Great body control.
First field goal of the second half for McCoy, 15 on the night. The lead is 16 with 25 left to go in the third. Kozik inside for Scott. Right back for Kozik with 20 seconds to go in the third. They're pretty deliberate right now for a team that's right now down by 16 points. They're going to hold for one here, it would appear. Dauble. Off the Kozik screen, double teamed and fouled. Berks Catholic has fouls to give. They had one to give, and Brady Altamar just committed it.
I'm not sure if they were playing for one shot or they just couldn't find anything because of Berks Catholic's defense.
It's a valid point. Luke Linderman checks back in as Gilavogi will come out with 2.5 left. Exeter has to catch and shoot in the hands of Dauble. He catches, he shoots it. It's blocked by McCoy. Appropriately enough, the Saint defense to the very last seconds of the third quarter sends them to the fourth with the lead. 8 minutes left to go in the boys' semifinal. The Berks Catholic Saints 43, the Exeter Eagles 27. Back to Santander Arena after this on WEEU in Reading.
Your house needs to handle those frigid temperatures all season long. Keith HVAC, Electrical, and Plumbing has been keeping homes and businesses running smoothly every winter for the past 30 years. Plumbing, electric, and heating systems work extra hard while it's cold. So let Keith keep you comfortable.
Quality you trust, comfort you deserve. Call 610-589-6461 or visit KeithHVAC.com. Get Keith HVAC, Electrical, and Plumbing. You can't avoid the cold weather, but your home stays warm thanks to Keith.
Hi, I'm Ava Janikowicz. I'm a member of the Student Government Executive Council, National Honor Society, captain of the field hockey team, vice president of the DECA Business Club, and a Saint ambassador. One of my favorite things about my school is our strong community. We really feel like a family at BC. We love, care, and respect each other, much like my own family. Come be a part of something great. To learn more about my school and how to be a Saint, contact the admissions office at berkscatholic.org.
We start quarter number 4. The Exeter Eagles need to kick it in overdrive. They trail Berks Catholic 43-27 alongside Rich Garcella. My name is Bob McCool. Game 2 of 4 tonight for you here at WEU. Coming up next, it is the Reading and Wilson girls semifinal to be followed by Reading and Muhlenberg boys to finish off the night. Exeter gets it inside to Aiden Dauble. Cannot finish it inside, and it's rebounded by Johnny Gisa and Berks Catholic. 43-27, Saints on top. $15 for McCoy, 14 for Carmelo Harper. As Linderman drives himself inside, floater off the top of the glass, no good, and Dauble has the rebound. Jaden Ware in a big third quarter, gets it inside for Reinert with a bucket and a foul.
Nice pass by Ware into Reinert.
Braylon Reinert with 8 with a chance to make it more at the free throw line. Johnny Giese gets called for the foul, his second. No foul issues at all in terms of personal fouls on either side. Nobody with more than 2 as Reinert misses the free throw. Linderman has the rebound. It's 43-29. As Exeter gets the first points of the fourth quarter. Harper, Giese, McCoy, Altamar, and Luke Linderman, the 5 on the floor right now for Berks Catholic. Giese pulls Reinert away from the basket. See if the Saints try to go attack it. They do with McCoy, who floats for 2 more.
His eyes widened when he saw the opening along the baseline. McCoy with the deuce.
17 for McCoy, and the lead is 16. Here's Ware with the drive. Pull up for 2, no. Long rebound to McCoy, out fights Dauble for the rebound. In the open floor, Kingston McCoy head up, looks for Giese, who drives and kicks it back for Linderman. And backing around for Harper. Harper with 2 threes in that third quarter for Berks Catholic. McCoy drives and kicks it back. Harper fakes the 3.
Saints in no hurry whatsoever, up 16.
Just pass the ball, move around. McCoy open up for 3. Yep. 3 more for Kingston McCoy, his first from beyond the arc tonight. His 42nd of the season. 48-29, Berks Catholic on top. Dylan Donati drives, nowhere to go. McCoy's defending him and fouled him. Dylan Donati will shoot 2.
Donati hasn't been able to get his offense going tonight. He has just 3 points. He scored early, pretty drive, just hasn't been able to keep that going.
Foul on McCoy, his second. Saints second. Donati missing the first of 2. Reinert will take a breather. Michael Fisher, Jackson Kozik, checking in. Donati the second. So 4 on the night for Donati, and that's going to lead us to a timeout. We'll come with 5:46 left to go in the ballgame. Saints on top, 48-30. We'll come back with more high school basketball on WEEU 8:30 a.m. in Reading after this.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
To find out how WEU can be your affordable advertising partner, call 610-345-7338.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all. From residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis. No matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
Berks Catholic basketball, they lead at 48-30 with 5 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Alongside Rich Carcella, my name is Bob McCool. Jeff Nolan and Sean Tansky will have the call of Game 3 coming up after this one is complete. That'll be the Reading High girls against Wilson. And then we'll finish it up on this Wednesday night of semifinals with Reading and Muhlenberg boys for round number 3. With a potential for round number 4 in the not-too-distant future, perhaps. Well, let's not let things get too far ahead. Here's Altamar finding Harper under the basket for an easy 2.
Yeah, they were passing the ball out front, running clock, and then all of a sudden Altamar looked inside to a wide-open Harper.
16 for Harper. The lead reaches 20 for the first time tonight for Berks Catholic with 5 minutes and change left to go in the ballgame. Dauble drives on McCoy. Double team help from Giese, who stripped and took it away. Johnny Giese with good weak side help. Takes it away from Dauble.
It's something that Snip Esterly said the Saints haven't been doing a good job of, is playing weak side defense. There it was terrific help by Giese.
So the Saints will now run some clock as Dauble pokes it away. It'll stay Berks Catholic basketball. Gilavogi will check back in. Linderman out.
Bob, you mentioned earlier, Exeter's averaging about 60.6 a game. Their season low is in that 64-50 loss to Berks Catholic. They have 30 with 4.5 minutes left. I don't think they're going to hit 50 tonight, and that speaks to how well the Saints have played defensively.
And they almost turned it over. Altamar had to save it from going to the backcourt. Snip Esley will use his first timeout as a result. 4:32 left to play here at Santander Arena in this semifinal. When we come back, Berks Catholic on top by 20.
Hot, crispy, and fresh. When the craving for Redner's delicious fried chicken hits, you have to answer it. Made with the same classic recipe since the beginning, every piece is perfectly seasoned, golden brown, and cooked fresh daily. Order an 8-piece combo, a catering tray, or just a piece. It's a family favorite for lunch, dinner, or any gathering. Grab an easy meal solution that's big on flavor and value. Savory fried chicken from Redner's Markets. Fresh, convenient, and always satisfying.
WEU have exclusive live coverage of the county championship games on Friday night. Rich and I all have the same seats. We'll probably leave them here before the end of the night, hopefully, and then be back here on Friday night for the semifinals. The championships, excuse me. Girls game is at 6. The boys game is at 8. One ticket buys you entry here at Santander Arena to watch the county championships. Always a great night, crowning the girls champion and the boys champion. We'll have it for you on the radio and our free video stream as well on our YouTube channel at 8:30 WEU Sports. Thank the great sponsors who have been with us throughout the season, making this live coverage possible for you. Another great backdoor find. Gilavogi couldn't finish it. Gisa, who fed it to him, gets the rebound and is fouled. Johnny Gisa just quietly filling up the stat column tonight on both ends of the floor, and he's going to shoot 2 here at the line.
Really nice look by Gisa. And then he got the rebound. He's got 8, leading Berks Catholic. 8 rebounds, that is.
Foul on Aiden Dauble is his 3rd. Gisa shoots 2. Gisa, as a free throw shooter, is at 72% on the year. 6 points on the night, all in the first half. He had 18 in the win over Exeter. And 1 out of 2 here gives him 7 on the night. Makes it a 51-30 advantage for the Saints. And the winner of this one meets the winner of Game 4 tonight. That's Reading and Muhlenberg. Wade has it stripped out of his hands by McCoy. Up ahead, Harper to the rim, dumps it off, and McCoy will lay it in.
Unselfish by Carmelo Harper, who could have scored. Hands it off to Kingston McCoy.
22 now for McCoy, right around his average of 21.5 a game. And the lead is now 23. And here's another takeaway by Gisa. Poked back the other way by Fisher. Gisa picks it up, steps between a couple defenders, and is fouled. Johnny Gisa with another good play for Berks Catholic, that time poking away on defense, and fouled on the other end.
Gisa has only 7 points, but he's played a very, very good game.
Carter Oxenrider, Mason Goodhart, and Cameron Scott all in, and this might be the end of the line tonight for Exeter as Aiden Dauble, Jaden Ware come out. With 3:22 left to go, and his team down by 23. Jeff Van Gorder going to take Aiden Dauble and Jaden Ware out of the ballgame.
Bob, by the way, Snip Esterly got his wish. Kingston McCoy has been Kingston McCoy.
22 on the night. Frustrating Aiden Dauble on the offensive side with his excellent defense. And a good load of rebounds as well. And here he is with the ball in his hands. Floats, 2 more, and a foul. It's a great way to close out the game if you got a guy like Kingston McCoy on your team. Dribble it. If you foul him, he can make free throws. And if he sees a crack in the defense, he's going to take it to the rim like he just did. And he scores and gets fouled. Gisa with a well-deserved breather. Faith Zudi back in. Linderman also back in for Berks Catholic. And Brady Altamar comes out. Might be the end of the line for Kingston McCoy very shortly as well, with 2:53 left to go. And the Saints in control at 55-30.
This has just been a thorough, efficient performance by the Saints.
Exercising some ghosts tonight for Berks Catholic. Getting back to the county championship. It doesn't seem like it's that long ago, but it is in these kids' world. It's 2022 since Berks Catholic last played in the county championship game. They lost to Reading High 51-35. Inside, the look for Patrick Payne in the game for Exeter, and he gets the 2. Makes it a 55-32 game with 2:25 left to go. Saints were in the county championship every year from the start of Berks Catholic all the way through 8 straight seasons from 2012 to 2019. And now a timeout called as Snip Besley will call a timeout. Comes with 2:09 to go. Snip Besley's going to clear his bench and bring in some kids off his bench. Damani Douglas will check into the game. Kingston McCoy will take a breather, and the Saints.
Just as Kingston McCoy was making a spin move toward the basket, and Snip called the timeout.
So it comes with 2:09 left to go, and Berks Catholic is moving on to the county championship. We'll still let you stick around. Coming up for our Pizza Como Temple postgame show, we'll have our Reading Fighting Phil's player of the game and our Celebration of Exeter play of the game, all when we continue tonight here on WEEU. Jack Rechtenwald, a 6'2 junior into the game for the first time for Berks Catholic. Linderman stays out there. Faith Zudi stays out there along with Damani Douglas. Damani Douglas, excuse me.
Bob, the only thing Kingston McCoy didn't do well tonight was shoot free throws, 1 for 3. He was 11 for 17 from the floor.
He'll be in the gym at 5 tomorrow morning and working on it.
Faith
Zudi with a nice dribble and reverse for 2. 57-32. Saints in control. They never trailed in this game. They scored the first 8 points. Cameron Scott pulls up from distance, top of the key. Sophomore buries the 3. 57-32 as Cameron Scott makes his 6th 3 of the year. Douglas thought about pulling the trigger, which would have made the Berks Catholic faithful happy. Here's Lindemann driving, little stutter step move. Is it out to Susky? And here's Douglas for 3. No. Zudi with a rebound. 1:10 left to play. Trapped in the corner, kicks it out for Linderman. Good find inside, and Douglas is headed to the free throw line. Monty Douglas, who was a part of the offensive line, defensive line for Dave Staller's Berks Catholic Saints. Going to step to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Bob, I know Snip Esterly doesn't want to hear it, and he doesn't want to hear us talk about it, but Berks Catholic will be the top seed in the District 3 4A field, and they're favored to get to the championship game, most likely against Bishop McTevitt, 2 outstanding 4A teams. And Berks Catholic out to defend its championship and make another deep run in the state playoffs. And right now, the way they played tonight, they are clicking on all cylinders.
No doubt about it. As the Saints commit the foul, scrambling for the loose basketball. 50 seconds to go. Oxenrider inside, no good, but he's fouled by Luke Linderman. 5th player on the floor, mentioned, was Luke Susky, younger brother of Zach Susky, was part of that state championship team a year ago. Was out of the 5th player. Yep. State finalist. That's correct. Oxenrider at the free throw line. And makes the first.
Well, with 50 seconds left in this Berks semifinal, Jeff Van Gorder's team will have 5 days off. Well, it'll be 5 days till they play in the District 3 5A first round, and they've got some work to do. But I don't think they're going to see a team that plays defense like Berks Catholic, at least not in the early rounds of that tournament.
Eagles got to the 5A championship game last year, but they ran into a juggernaut last year in the Hershey Trojans. They lost that one 69-49, and then lost in the opening round of the state playoffs to Latrobe. It was a ball inside and a ball tipped out of bounds, blocked by Cameron Scott. As Jack Rechtenwald put the shot up out of bounds with 32.7 left to go. And the Saints on top by 20. Inbounds, Payne knocked it away. It's going to be last touch by Faith Zudi. It'll be Exeter basketball.
Berks Catholic, that was the Saints, just the Saints' 7th turnover of the night. It's just been a overall dominating performance.
Carmelo Harper was solid, and here's a three by Patrick Payne as he buries one from deep. He's got 5 points. It's a 57-40 game. The final seconds tick down. Luke Linderman will not bother to pull the trigger on another shot. And the Berks Catholic Saints are moving on to the county championship game for the first time since 2022. For their first title since 2018. They win it tonight over Exeter by a final score of 57-40. We're back with our Pizza Como Temple postgame show right after this on WEEU in Raddick.
Support your Berks County community while purchasing great new and used furniture, appliances, and building supplies at the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County. Located at 5370 Allentown Pike in Temple, the Restore carries brand name new and used appliances, furniture, home decor, and more. Many new items are manufacturer direct and are available at unbeatable prices. Stop by the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Berks County Tuesdays through Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. or visit our website at restoreberks.org for more information.
UECU is a credit union that understands Pennsylvania, what it means to grow up here, raise a family, start a business, and we're committed to being your financial partner for life. With competitive rates, exclusive member discounts, and modern technology, UECU offers personalized banking that will make you feel right at home. Visit bankingforpa.org and sign up for UECU membership through our partner association, the Pennsylvania Consumer Council. UECU, banking that understands home.
Spots Insurance Group is a proud sponsor of Berks County sports. We're an award-winning nationwide agency you can trust, ensuring what means most to you for over 32 years. We specialize in auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance. Remember, when you think insurance, think Spots. Visit us at spotsforinsurance.com. That's SPOTTS, 4, insurance.com.
Hi, I'm Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Homes. Since 1937, our family has been committed to serving our community. We now have 3 active generations, as I have the honor of working with my father and son. With 5 convenient locations to serve our neighbors, Kuhn Funeral Homes continues to dedicate our family to your family. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
Welcome to the Pizza Como Temple postgame show. Pizza Como is a family-owned business going strong on the 5th Street Highway for over 50 years, serving the finest Italian dishes, Berks County's best variety of Italian sandwiches, and legendary pizza. Right next door is the Yard, a virtual golf experience to keep your game sharp all year round. And if you love sports cards and memorabilia, stop in to buy, sell, or trade. Pizza Como on the Yard, 4600 5th Street Highway in Temple. Well, if we go back to our pregame show, and Rich Carcella said that one of Snip Esley's keys to the game was that Kingston needs to be Kingston. And Kingston was very much of Kingston. He had 6 in the first, he had 6 in the second, 3 in the third, and then finished it off with a 24-point night. McCoy now with 1,554 in his brilliant career. He is tonight's player of the game, brought to you by the Reading Fighting Phils and their all-new Redner's Event Center at First Energy Stadium. The R-Phils remind you to have your next sports team banquet in the R-Phils all-new Redner's Event Center at banquet and meeting facility at First Energy Stadium. Whether it's a sports banquet, a wedding, a corporate meeting, or event, or any charity fundraiser dinner, the number one place for events in Berks County for groups of 40 to 1,000 is the all-new Redner's Event Center at the R-Phils. Go to rphils.com/events for more information. And our last piece of business tonight is our play of the game, brought to you by Celebration Villa of Exeter. One simple move, one simple price, $99. Celebration Villa of Exeter is offering a $99 rent in February. If signed up by February 13th, people often wish they hadn't waited so long to make the move. Celebration Villa of Exeter offers a welcoming environment, meaningful connections, and peace of mind. Take the step today and save. Call and schedule a tour, 610-370-2211. Well, Casey McCoy will not win it by himself. He needed help. He got a lot of it tonight. Johnny Giesa was really good. Brady Altimer with a couple of big threes. But Carmelo Harper was very aggressive offensively with a couple of big threes in that third quarter. Really helped put Exeter in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, he opened the third quarter with a 3 and made another one back-to-back and really broke this thing wide open. And Exeter really never recovered from that. It was a 14-point game at halftime, and that just broke it wide open. And Exeter just seemed shell-shocked tonight. This was not the same team that we saw play Monday night against Wilson. They had a lot of fight in them Monday night. I think Berks Catholic, frankly, took the fight out of them, and I think more or less. They jumped out to that big early lead, made 3 or 4 shots early, and Exeter didn't score. I think it was 8-0.
8-0
and then Dobble hit a 3, but still they continue to build on that lead. And it's a credit to Berks Catholic's defense. They are as good a defensive team as there is in this county. They're not spectacular. They're just so doggone efficient.
57-40, the Saints win it. They'll move on to Friday night's championship game against either Reading and Muhlenberg. That will be our finale tonight, but up next it is the Reading and Wilson girls, with Jeff Nolan and Sean Tansky having the call of the game. Matt Knob back at the WEEU studios with some business to take care of. And then game 3 of 4 tonight here at WEEU. Reading and Muhlenberg, Reading and Wilson girls, as the Berks Catholic Saints are moving on. They defeat Exeter by a final score of 57-40. For Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. Thanks for listening and watching high school basketball on WEEU.